13signsastrology.com. Just want to do it's actually a part of the series, but someone interjected when I was doing some secret trading today on the internet, and they were saying something about rap music, and how when you see the term rap, it's kind of synonymous with the term rape. And they're wondering, is that why it's so much buffoonery, or so much lust, or just whatever associated with the music industry, and why is it so dark? And I'm just going to say it like this: like any of these deals that you get, and anything associated with popular culture, is all of it's rape. It's all rape, because of the fact that you don't really know how to go into things. Like the whole sexual experience, even just period, is rape. Don't care if you're married or whatever, your girlfriend, you taking good care of her, but at the end of the day, it's just different levels of rape. And I say that because the sexual experience is taboo in society. And if you remember in the stories of the Anunnaki, and this is still keeping in tune with the pole and the tree of life and the Kabbalah, but if you remember, they always addressed sex here on this planet as rape. They would only go into levels of making love when they talked about Pleiades, believe it or not. See, when you read about those parts of the Bible where they say that Jesus was the child of love, and the second coming of Christ, and when Jesus came, he took us from out of the Torah and out of the ways of the law, which was basically when you abstain from sex because you were fear of a punishment. And they say when Jesus came, he took us in what's called into the love of the law, meaning that you didn't do these things because you knew that the punishment would outweigh the blessings that you could get, the bliss that you could get. So a lot of, in the Bible, in the sex in the Bible, you're reading about making love, and a lot of in the New Testament. But then it's talking about rape, you notice, in the Old Testament, because the Old Testament came from the Gilgamesh epics. And in the Gilgamesh epics, they address mostly all sex on this planet as a form of rape. And this is still keeping in tune with music. And it's not about sin, because you guys know I don't believe in sin or anything like that. I'm just addressing a point of what the word will really mean. Because if sex is really supposedly supposed to be a contract, it's not supposed to be taboo when you come into it from a form of I guess you could say an enthusiast. See, when you come into sex as an enthusiast, it's not supposed to be, when I mean enthusiast, this is someone that fully understands it and is not coming into it to experiment. Well, maybe to experiment, but not coming into it from a virgin perspective, to learn and to figure out sex. I mean, that's one level. So that's, people like that was set inside. That's what the Garden of Eden was about. But then you have a group of people that understand the energy of sex, and it was meant to be used as a tool of warfare, of creating for food and things of that nature, and also a tool of ascension and spirituality, believe it or not. So any contract you get into with music and marriage or whatever, to me, like I said, from my perspective, it's all rape. It's all a form of a version of rape. And until you understand the tree of life and understand how your root chakra is connected to your crown chakra in the sexual experience, though, and you still can get a lot out of it from the perspective of enjoyment. So I'm not saying take away the enjoyment. However, you're in full control, because when you come out of the sexual experience, that's just the beginning. See, the vagina represents the portal. She allowed you to enter the portal. Okay, so now you've entered the portal. You can go back through it again over and over again, and you can reincarnate is what it is, but that's a lesser version. But after you enter the portal at one time, and both of you guys met up and had that orgasm, from there, that's the contract. Now you're supposed to manifest $1 million together, period. So that's the true experience, and anything outside of that is all rape. So I'll come back with more. Thank you guys for listening and watching. My airtime is low. And as always, stay vigilant. We thank you guys for the donations. We still traveling out here in the West. Anything that you guys can help out with, again, my PayPal is 13signsastrology@gmail.com. But I'm actually doing bookings and question and answer. You can contact me with a live text message. I don't respond to a lot of calls. Text message is 513-304 8638. And that's for the live question and answer, going more into some of the information that I teach. But as always, I'll be coming back at you with more videos. Stay vigilant. Namaste. Wadu. Hotep.